Today we are sailing to Komodo in Indonesia, south of Komodo, a place called Rinca. It's about 180 miles, I think. Join us. Learning by Doing presents The Mad Dash. Watch us every Tuesday morning on YouTube. Join me and multiple crew members as I take our Crowley catamaran from Sydney, Australia all the way up around the top to Lombok in Indonesia. Made possible by our patrons. Thank you very much, you guys, and also our sponsors here on board for this trip. Thanks so much, guys. So about an hour ago we left Savu, back there in the distance. Amazing little place. We're really happy. Hope you liked last week's video, by the way. It's so good to be surprised. I love it. That's why we sail, actually. You can get an idea of talking to other people, what something's going to be like, reading in a book, whatever. Make your impressions. To have those impressions blown away is one of the joys in life for me. Just another lesson, like, don't just take everything for what other people say. Don't take everything at face value. Everyone's impressions can be different. Like, what I find awesome over there, someone else might find crap. I love the place. I'll definitely be going back with Marie and our little baby and spending some more time. Awesome. Anyway, we have to keep moving because of the little baby. It's not going to wait forever. So yeah, we've got about 180 mile, 175 mile passage across, I don't know what it's called, the Savu Sea maybe. We're basically going to cross here, or you'll see on the map, we're crossing up above Sumba. We're not going to stop in Sumba. Keep going and then up into this little like nook in the bottom of Rinca. And Rinca is the southernmost island in Komodo. I've got a couple of days up my sleeve. One day less now because we stayed in Savu, but a couple of days up my sleeve. And although I've never been to this part of Rinca, I have been to Komodo and I loved it. The clear water, and I've never seen dragons up live, Komodo dragons. And apparently in the book Cruising Guide Indonesia, it says you sometimes see them on this southern part of the island. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple of days there, unwind, relax a little bit, and then it's onwards. But by the time we get to Rinca, we're not far away from Lombok. The trip's coming to an end, the mad dash. The whole time thinking I wasn't gonna make it, and now looks pretty good. I don't know how to put the kibosh on it, but we're getting there. Anyway, hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Lewis and I had a pretty easy start to the day. I think we left at about 9 AM. As yeah, it's not too many miles. It's going to be an overnight, 24-hour, well, overnight trip anyway. So you leave in the morning, you get there in the morning. No mad rush. Not much wind. Pretty flat seas, and yeah, you see again in Indonesia, this is where you need a boat that just glides through the water. I mean, look at these. We've got a wind speed of 6, 8, 7 knots apparent on the beam, and we're doing 6.5 boat speed through the water. I mean, a big heavy boat, you're just motoring. You're not sailing in that. You're not going anywhere. You're not even doing 2 knots probably. So full mainsail, full screecher out, and yeah, 6 knots, 6.5 knots. That's that's an easy amount of miles for the day, so pretty stoked on how this boat's performing so far. What do we got going on down here?
We will be making some good old banana pancakes, fluffy ones, the old-fashioned way.
American style?
American style. That's
our lunch. We had some bananas that were getting a bit... Oh, there we go. Yeah. Gonna do all of them?
Yeah, I might.
Do all of them. Make heaps, I'm hungry.
Alright.
Get them in there. Alright, give us a whistle when they're done.
Will do. I think it will be fine. Here are the toppings.
What are the toppings gonna be?
I don't know, how you like them with?
Honey?
Yeah. Nice.
Good stuff, bro.
Well, wait until you try them.
Do you think I'm going to survive?
I certainly hope so. Someone has to steer us until Lombok.
No one ahead of us, we're not going to crash into anything. We motored on and off through the night, motor sailing, sometimes motor 1 on, sometimes motor 2 on, and then as the sun came up we were under full sails again for a few more hours, and we could see the mainland of Flores pop into view, and yeah, up ahead Rinca. Now all the way along the south part of Indonesia, you've got these big islands, Flores, Sumbawa, Lombok, Bali, Java. In between all these islands, you have mad currents, because on the north side you've got the Pacific Ocean, on the south side you've got the Indian Ocean, and they butt heads basically, and basically the Pacific always wins, so the current heading south is always stronger than the current going north. Regardless, anytime you approach these gaps between the islands, you start dealing with massive currents. And so yeah, we had the same amount of wind still, but we were battling about a 4-knot head current, so it was engines on. And yeah, dealing with these currents, it's a bit black magic really, to be honest. So motoring up into here, sort of a horseshoe bend, it's like going into a fjord sort of. There's this Motung Island on the left, Rinca Island on the right, big high massive mountains, calm water, but as I said, still a lot of current. And yeah, our goal was to go and anchor right up in the head of the bay. Basically, as soon as we had the anchor down, I spotted something on the beach, got the binoculars out, and yeah, little wild boar running around at low tide looking for washed up dead things, I guess. Pretty cool. I got my new drone up in the air and had a fly around, and in the distance I saw I thought it was a dragon, so I flew over and had a look, and indeed that's what it was, a pretty massive one, to be honest. Now some of you might sort of think, oh, you're probably pissing them off, and I've got one of these new drones with the 3 cameras on it, and the 7x zoom allows me to stay a fair way away, shoot 4K, and then in edit actually zoom in again. So even though he probably can hear the drone, it's very, very far away, and I'm sure as soon as I backed off a bit, he was all good to go again. Real cool to see the dragon up close though. Yeah, and I'm sure the drone in the distance disturbs the wildlife a lot less than us actually going to the beach and being in their territory. So yeah, once again completed a passage and nothing to fix on the boat, nothing broken. I love that. It means when you get there you can just relax and enjoy your destination. Just before sunset, a fisherman family came up and anchored next to us, had a bit of a chat, and then yeah, we watched the sun go down over the back of the mountains and enjoyed a wonderfully calm night's sleep. The crack of dawn, we were up and at 'em, anchors up and motoring out of the fjord and off to Lombok. This was the last long overnight passage of the Mad Dash. I think this one's going to be 230 miles. So looking forward to this one. Now, what I was talking about before with the currents, you can see a prime example. You can see the green line, we'd motored out of there, and in the beginning we didn't really have much wind, 6-7 knots. We were motor sailing, straight line, heading along, and boom, as soon as that current came around the corner of the island there on the right, look at our track, we just get pushed south quite fast. You can see my black line, that's where the boat's actually steering towards, and the blue line is where the boat will actually end up if we don't correct even more. So pretty hectic. It's only a few miles, well, what is that, it's 10 miles at least till you're out of the current, so you end up losing quite a bit of ground. All currents aside, this is what makes these areas so special. The currents flush the water in and out, and the amount of wildlife, it's why everyone goes to Komodo, the clearness of the water, the manta rays, the whales, the dolphins. Good example here, dolphins everywhere, amazing every time. Finally got some wind, eh?
Man, lovely stuff.
This is what you thought sailing was like on a cattle road?
Yes, absolutely. Just gliding and
gliding. For the next 24 hours we had absolutely mint conditions, just stunning. Hardly any swell to speak of, 15 knots of wind, 4 to the beam. We were doing 9s, 10s, 11s, just constantly, just eating up the miles like a hungry lion. So good. Through the night, very calm, quite a few boats around, but no stress. It was one of the best sails of the trip, to be honest. Well, g'day guys. We are anchored up here in a place called Ekas on the, the eastern corner of Lombok, I guess. We did 195 miles yesterday. Got in here at it was about a 28-hour passage. We motored the first 3 hours and then had really good wind the rest of the way. Actually didn't film a great deal, but yeah, I hope this can make into a little video for you guys. I'm pretty tired, you're probably noticing it. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of this mad dash. I've only got about 55 miles to go around the corner, Lombok here, around Tikiliasahan. And I can't be happy enough. It's been a pretty long way. It's been cool. We've been sailing a lot, like as you've seen, you know, these videos are just sailing. But yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to a bit of a break now. It has been a mad dash, you know. There's been a few stops here and there, but not complaining. It's been good. The boat's been awesome. Doing some mad speeds and everything. Had some good crewmates with me, but I'm looking forward to a bit of a break. Anyway, bottom of my heart, thank you guys, patrons, very much for supporting us. All the sponsors that have also supported this trip up here to Lombok, and everyone who's watching these videos, and that it's awesome. You guys seem to be pretty interested in what's going on with this trip, and end of the day, it's all just so I can get back to France, support Marie in the last few weeks of her pregnancy, and then welcome our little baby into this world. And then, yeah, we'll be back on the boat as a family next time around. But anyway, next week's video will be the last sailing passage of the Mad Dash. I will probably finish it off with a couple of other videos of getting the boat ready to leave, that sort of thing. But this will be the last passage video next week. Anyway, we'll see you there next Tuesday. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.